What's up, peeps? Haven't rolled one out for the personal channel for a while. Kind of slowed down a little bit on that one. Still cranking out the small man jiu-jitsu videos. Seems like we got a decent following. You know, we're not big time yet, but you know, it's kind of funny. People commenting or telling me, "Hey, saw your video," or "We watch your videos, like your videos." So it's kind of reassuring, you know, that hey, we're on the right track, making video content. You know, as we continue our jiu-jitsu journey, you know, hoping to be able to keep it up, keep rolling out those videos, sharing our thoughts, and you know, as we go along, hopefully one day, and not immediately, but not too distant future, we get our black belts. And you know, I mean, not saying that we don't have credibility now, but you know, like anything else, until you're the top dog or at the top of the mountain, you know, people may or may not believe in what you're saying or doing, right? So I think we've been doing jiu-jitsu long enough that people kind of know, you know, we're real people, we're honest. I mean, we ain't talking smack, we ain't overstating what we're capable of doing or where we've been, right? We're just real guys. You know, simple father-son journey, right? Yesterday at jiu-jitsu, I guess it's been a long week for us, right? So we had all the classes this week. Chris was on Vegas. He went on a vacation, so you know, Carter and I covered all the classes. I think some of it was the not the stresses, but you know, like when we train and we go to concept, we get to focus on the class. We do the moves. We still kind of coach in a way with our teammates, but it's different. You know, we're not responsible for the people. I think the adults class is not too bad to deal with. You know, this week, the kids class, I don't know if it's, getting close to summer, or maybe they had too much candy or whatever. They're like super duper, like, I don't want to say out of control, but like just being kind of rowdy. In fact, one class, you know, Cart had to like tell the kids, be quiet. And they were kind of surprised, because I guess Cart normally doesn't, you know, Cart's pretty chill and laid back, just like me, right? I'm pretty laid back, chill. We don't get on the kids, you know, give them a hard time or say stuff like that. We just kind of roll with it, right? But I guess got to the point where it was just out of control. So that was Wednesday. Then yesterday at the kids class, it's the advanced class, right? So you know, you got to be at least a colored belt to take the class. You know, no white belt. So all the kids in the class, they're experienced. You know, they've been doing it for at least a couple years now. Some of them, if not more, right? So we taught a couple techniques, and you know, we like to teach the technique, and then you know, have them kind of drill it in a live situational thing, right? So I was watching the kids, right, and none of them even attempted the moves that we were teaching that day. So I got super frustrated, right? I just stopped the class and started to kind of lecture them, like, what are you guys doing? You guys, you know, just not even trying the technique, using like white belt approach to trying to get out of stuff. I mean, I kind of told them to question themselves, like, do you really want to be in jiu-jitsu, right? Are you happy losing at the tournaments? Because you, like I said, the hard work comes up front, right? You train, you prepare, and then when you compete, it's just a reflection of your training and your preparation process. So it's not, there's some of it, obviously some that day you got to perform, but all that preparation up front is what, you know, helps to make you successful or otherwise, right? So some of the parents were there. I don't talk very loud, so most of the parents couldn't hear what I was saying, but I guess they could kind of get the vibe from my body language, and then the kids were just kind of looking, and I messaged a couple of the parents to kind of see if they heard or what they felt, right? And the two parents that I reached out to, they didn't really hear. One of the parents has an older kid that's in the class, so parent asked the kid like what was being said, and basically what I said, right? You need to focus, need to concentrate. If you don't want to be here, go do something else. And both the parents are very supportive of what I said, because honestly, I'm not trying to beat the kids up. I'm just looking out for their best interest, right? And it's really why I said those things yesterday. It could have just been like, whatever, fool around, play around, do junk, whatever, right? But I care about the kids. I want to see them do well. Especially, we just had that big Naga tournament a few weeks back, and some kids did okay, but I think some kids could do better, right? It's just the atmosphere, that the class, the way we run the class is kind of different, right? So the main coach, Chris, he's an easygoing guy, right? He likes to joke around, likes to play around, and he keeps his class kind of light, right? He jokes around with the kids, he plays around. Once in a while he gets serious, but for the most part, it's just easygoing. And a lot of times the technique's not corrected, or he just does whatever, right? It's clock in, clock out, right? But I don't like that approach, right? I don't like to see kids get promoted just based on the number of check marks they have on their attendance card. I get we're a corporate gym, I get we want to keep membership, I get we want to keep moving forward, but when I see kids that are like higher level belts, and I mean, to put it lightly, not to mince words, they suck. It doesn't look good, right? I mean, they go to, say they transfer to another school, they move, and then people ask, oh, what school did you go to? And then they're like a higher belt, and they can't do some of the basic stuff. That reflects badly on me as a coach, right? Like, I want people to say, wow, you came out of that school, the coaches must have did a good job over there, because you're a really good, jiu-jitsu practitioner. I think the adult side, we're pretty good at it, because adults, they're pretty committed, they like what they do, they buy into what we're selling, so they made good strides. We've had comments from people saying, oh, those guys are pretty good. Yeah, because, we worked with them. We had a certain approach back then. I think we've adjusted it since we've gone to concept. We've learned new things, so we're trying to stress different things, right? Back in the day when we first started working with it, we didn't have a lot of what we have now. So some of the techniques are lacking, some of the principles are lacking, but we're trying to build on it, right? So, retrofit what we already built, right? But, it's a long journey, right? And because I was texting one of the parents, I'm older, I have more experience, I've been through some good and some bad stuff. I just want the kids to avoid the bad stuff, right? I mean, why not take the advice of someone who's been there? Ironically, as I look back on it, right, my dad tried to help me, like, when I was my teenager, and I thought I knew everything, and he said, well, okay, take the advice if you want, but, I've been there. As I look back on it now, I probably would have been ahead of the game if I listened to him. But, sometimes you gotta fall before you understand what it really takes to be successful, right? I just want to try to help people avoid that, right? Share my knowledge, share my experiences, and get them on the right path. Jiu-jitsu is just a small part of these kids' life. I want to help them be successful in the long run, right? In life, being a good person, knowing how to work